Hello again, and thank you for watching Jeff and Jenny's Classic Restorations. We are on a miserable, sunnyish but very windy Sunday afternoon. I've managed to get a little bit of progress through the week with the suspension and that, but I'm still waiting for parts. They're supposed to be here Tuesday, which of course is my first day back to work. So I'm going to show you what I've done so far, and I'm just going to carry on. I've got some brackets to do and things like that, which I won't bore you with those. So what I've decided to do on the next episode, I'll probably will have a little bit of a break, so there won't be one for the following Saturday. They'll get me a chance to get ahead, and so when we do come back, we can actually start putting things back and the engine back in and things like that. So I do apologise, but there won't be an episode next week. So sit back, enjoy what we have done, and see you soon. Hello again, and welcome back. I've just got a few hours now in the week. I'm not off today, but I'm spare, so I've actually just fitted a nice new carpet again after spreading all that oil the other day. And then yesterday I spilt a can of new oil all over the older part of the carpet. So I've just gone out and I've got 2/3 of the shed done, so it's more comfortable to work on. Just to let you know what I've done since the last video. I still hadn't had the spares yet, but that was only a couple of days ago anyway. I've powder coated the wheel. That's all ready to breaking for the tyre, and then also the brake hub has all been cleaned up and painted in a silver, and so we just need the brakes to go back in there, which I do have. And I've just been cleaning up all the parts for the suspension. These rubbers I put in Pledge Revive It, and everything is, these are the new second-hand shock absorbers, and that's all been cleaned and coated in FZ50, so we can start getting the suspension back in again, and hopefully we can get the steering back on. But let's make a start. We don't have to put these in first. I'll just do one first, and then I'll carry on with the other one. This is the suspension stop, so it has to go around that way. Hopefully this will go okay. Okay, so that just needs tightening, and we just get the other one in there. Okay, so I'll just get those tightened up and I'll be back. Right, with those in now we have to I've been greasing these up as I go. Need to sort of shove this up here now, and hopefully we can get that tightened up in the hole. There we go. Go in there. Just need tightening up. That's a 15mm. Bear with me on that one. Actually, it was a 17, so just tighten this one up. It's actually supposed to screw through there. That goes in first. Just tap through. Okay, let me get that in and I'll come back. No, it did screw in, so that's come through now. This is, I want to take these out again at some stage a little bit. This is the cap. It's also been cleaned up as best I can and ACF50'd, and that will hold the mud guard on to get round to that. So we can just put that on there for now. Okay, I'll do the other one and come back to you again. Okay, right, now we can move on with the the suspension bit again here at the bottom. That was cleaned up as well. I didn't paint it, but it's cleaned up and polished a little bit, so that now has to just drop into there. I have greased inside. This is the little dust covers as well, so that can just hopefully slide in there. Underneath there, I think. That's it. And then we've got the similar bolt to this side as we dust done. There we go. Okay, so that's through. Right, okay. I'll tighten that up and I'll do the other side and then we carry on with the next bit. So that's done, and just the final part of this now is to try and get these dust covers in and then have greased them all up again. This is going to be easier said than done, isn't it? Bear with me again. Okay, so this is where I went wrong. If you are doing this yourself, make sure you get the two dust covers on here in first and then put the back one on, because you can't get the dust covers in after you've done that, the second bolt. So I've taken that out, so we have to put that one back in again and hopefully not lose the dust covers on here. Yeah, let me just do this off camera as I can't see it, and I'll get that one done and that'll be finished. Oh, they're back together again now, tight. So as I previously mentioned, anyone doing this, please remember, get the dust guards for the bushes. Get those in, these ones first, and then put those one in afterwards. See, we learn by our mistakes. So we'll just finish off tightening this. Is the last one now. Sorry, and that's it. Right, okay. So that's the suspension in for now. Ready for the tyre, and then we can get the wheel back in. Okay, so I'm now going to put in the bearings back in here again. There's 25 on the bottom. So first thing, I'm just going to use fingers on this, because if I put ball bearings in there, they're going to go get stuck to the gloves and everything. Okay, so just smudging the grease all the way around. Okay, hopefully that's enough to help it stick. Right. Now we can go around and put these in. I'll get on and do this, because this would be like watching paint dry, so I'll come back once that's done. Okay, there we go. There's 25 ball bearings in there, so hopefully this will go well. Probably won't, but let's try it. And need to turn that over. Thank you, Jenny. Yeah, that's successful. Okay, so here we go again. Now we've got 22 bearings in here. This should be a little bit easier. Been there, not going to just fall out everywhere. So we put the grease in again. I have cleaned this already. I used some acetone, went round and cleaned all the channels up and everything. Okay, one more. Right, bear with me. I'll put these bearings in and we'll carry on with the next bit. Okay, so they're all in there, 22 ball bearings. And now this is the upper bearing race. Hopefully this will all go into position. Hopefully. And have to rejiggle these about a bit. I'll come back to you. Okay, so that's now gone in okay. This is what I'm waiting for from Holland. It's just the dust cover that goes over the top. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to just carry on for now. I can obviously take the top bit off to get that on later on when that comes. So at least this is done. I'm just checking to see what parts we need here after the dust cover. 8 would be a bearing adjuster ring, which I would assume is that one. Have a look. Sorry, bear with me. Yeah, bearing adjuster ring. Okay, let me just sort this one out. There we go. At least we can get this on now for now. I won't have to remove any bearings or anything later on. This is just temporary till I get this new black cover there. And then we need number 10, a washer. There we go, one washer. And then finally number 11 would be that. But this has got to be tightened down a bit, so it's there we go. So that will tighten down properly once we've got this cover. Well, I say I've been working for this week. This is the first day off, and I said not much really I'm going to be able to show you. I have finished painting. It's got a bit dirty, oily, but that mud guard is now on, so I'm just waiting for the tar to come. For the still waiting for these parts, still waiting for the tar to come. In the meantime, I've as you know, I powder coated that last week, and now all the brakes are done. You can see that in one of my previous episodes, and that's nice and working. I did grease the spindle through there, so that's all done. And it's got to fit in because of the speedo cable goes in there, and so that's all done. The other thing was I had a problem with, I bought some new bearings. The bearings they sent were the same size, but what I didn't know or realise is that each side is different. So this one was one of the new ones, and this side was a smaller one, but the other bearing I took out was in fairly good condition and smooth. I thought, well, I'd use that. but what happened was I tried to bang it in and it shot off, never to be seen again. So never mind, I managed to order a smaller one to fit this, so that is now fitted. It's a brand new one, so we got brand new bearings both sides. I can go back in there for now. As I say, just waiting for the tyre now. So what I'm going to do now, I'm not going to show all this. I'm going to get on and get these done off camera because it's boring. This is the engine mount. I'm going to sand this back and paint that. There's also two little screws that go in there with a sort of a bush. That's coming from Holland, so at least if I can get this all cleaned up, we can that'll be ready to go back on. And then once that's all sorted out, I'm going to sand all this back. I have given it a quick clean now, got all any grease off, and I'll get on and do that. So hopefully when we come back with the new parts, we'll be in a position to put a lot more things back. Another thing, this is the oil tank. It's completely black of oil. That's all had a good clean wash out and a dry, so that will be ready to go back in once this is all done and we've got all the parts that I'm waiting for. So I'm going to leave it there. It's always a bit of a short video, but there's no point carrying on. There's nothing really I can do, so I'm just going to get on and do these, sand this all back, paint it, and the next video after, so I'm missing a week now until I get some parts, and then hopefully we can start rebuilding things, getting stuff back together on that episode. So we'll leave it at that for now, and I'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Well, there's Jenny being her normal nosy self. So as I mentioned at the end there, I'm going to miss a week's video just so I can get ahead with some of these brackets and things like that whilst I wait for these parts to come. So I hope you did enjoy this episode, and I'll see you again in 2 weeks. So in the meantime, you take care out there, and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Take care. Bye bye.